What's up, you beautiful people? You know what time it is, churching at home with Livy. So I'm on minimal time, but I want to be able to share this message today because it's been coming through to me anyways. And then once I opened all this stuff up, I'm like, okay, heard. So I feel like you might need to hear this today. So as we're maturing as Christians, we have to have eyes to see certain situations. And I have teeth whitener in, so I'm sorry. But we have to see certain situations for what it is. And sometimes you're going to be called out of places that don't serve you anymore. And if we're not making those decisions and intuitively doing it ourselves, then God is going to push us out of that space to create the better foundation for what we are wanting for our lives and what He wants for our lives as well. So, because I opened up to how I released everything that didn't serve me, and that's what you have to do in order to get new things to come in. Sometimes you get to keep certain players in it and certain characters and certain spaces, but a lot of times you don't, and you have to understand that. So the one thing that is everlasting is your intimacy that you're building with God and yourself, and that is so important to have that foundation. How do you feel when you sense someone is angry with you? You may feel anxious or angry, but you certainly don't feel intimate with that person. In beautiful passage, God promises to forgive His people. With His forgiving love comes a release from fear, guilt, and accusation. The New Testament says that the perfect love expels all fear. God desires not to drive us away in fear, but to draw us near in intimacy. Do you ever feel afraid or accused by God? Ask Him to assure you with His steadfast and forgiving love. So in those times, whenever you are being transitioned and transformed in those settings, you might start getting a little bit resentful towards God. Like, why are you doing this? What's going on? Like, do you even love me? Do you even see me? Well, yes, He does. Yes, He does. And I've been here. That's why I'm also saying this. Haven't you been there too? When you're just questioning Him and you're like, why is this happening? But then if you give it a little bit of time, have a little patience, you see that everything happened for your highest good and in your best interest of the best interest of those other people too, because we all have different ideals of how we're living our lives. So you can't always stay stuck in those same places because we're just all different. And that you need to continually build on that intimacy with Him so that way you can flourish even faster, rather than dwelling and having that massive grief held over your life and your ambitions.